Megan, and I'm back with another video. This is going to be my July setup video. I know it's been a long time since I've posted a plan with me video, so I'm kind of going to go through and show you guys what I've been up to in this new bullet journal. So I started this bullet journal in May, and I had finished out my last bullet journal, but I still wanted to start off the journal with the same idea, which was following my word of the year, which is organize, and just trying to keep up with that as I go through the year. So I definitely wanted to start out with just a super simple reminder that that's the goal this year. This is my future log, the Calendex future log that I've been using. I love the Calendex. It works really well for me, so I'm not really looking for anything different right now, and I really love the way that it works for me. This is my 2018 calendar. I had started trying to like cross these off like in a productive way, as like, okay, that much of the year has gone, but then I got to May where this bullet journal started, and I just kept coloring in, so it became like a pretty thing instead of a productive, purposeful thing. So whatever, it's colored in. My journal key, and then my color index. Obviously I only put my own color in here, which is this Tombow that's so worn that I don't even know what the number is right now off the top of my head, but it's my favorite pink. And then I haven't even put my kids' ones and my husband or whatever in here. And this is May. I did a like castle princess theme, and I really enjoyed it actually. So I had a lot of fun with this theme. I wouldn't be surprised if I did it again. So it says to live would be an awfully big adventure. May was a pretty big adventure month for me. I was going up to visit the place that my family is moving a lot in May. We are moving about 4 hours north of where I've always lived my whole life because I got a job teaching up there. I finished my master's degree in May. I was hired in April actually as a first-time teacher. I'll be teaching 6th, 7th, and 8th grade ELA in a really small school. So that kind of dominated my May, but going up there, visiting, getting some training, getting to meet some people, and just kind of getting started with planning for next year. So this was my month at a glance spread, and I had a little dragon doodle down here. I kind of decided after I colored this in that I kind of liked the black and white look a little bit better. And then this was my gratitude log. So passing ed TPA, getting to know my coworkers, getting to sub, getting to visit my new school, just things like that. A lot of it was like stuff about moving and just appreciation for people here and people where we're going. This was my doodle challenge for May. I host the Coffee Rings and Pretty Things doodle challenge over on Instagram, and obviously in May I failed epically. I only got through day 6. I loved the way that these were going, so hopefully I'll be able to come back in and finish up the rest of the challenge in my journal in the future. Maybe in July after we've moved and gotten settled. That's something I can come back and do in here, because I really would like to look back at this notebook and see that this was completed, because I really liked the challenge. I just didn't have time to get it done. And again, you're gonna see here, I just didn't really have time to deal with this. I tried having multiple Instagram accounts and it didn't work, so I just went back to having one actually, and I'm a lot happier that way. This one, I never even got the lines done for it. And then we start on weeklies, and all of these stickers that you'll see on my weeklies are available in my Etsy shop, so I'll link that below. But I was using this really simple weekly layout, and it worked because I didn't have time to deal with a lot of drawing, like layouts that required a lot of time. So it just worked for me really well in May, and I actually used it in June again, and it worked out really well in June too. So this was a crazy week. Obviously that was the week I graduated, so it was crazy town. And then I was traveling this week, and my husband was traveling this week, and it was a lot. Some blog post ideas. This was when I was kind of figuring out the May doodle challenge, and then again when I was figuring out the June doodle challenge. This was homeschooling actually, and I really liked this layout. It worked really well for me. I did about 2 weeks of homeschooling with the kids between the time they got off school and the time they left to go to Florida with my in-laws, because I'm here at our house. My kids are in Florida with my in-laws, and my husband is actually already up north where we're moving. So we're kind of all over the country, and we're really looking forward to all being together very soon. But the kids did really well with this, and I think once we get all back together, we'll go ahead and do this again, because it just, honestly, what it did was it put us in the same place for a little bit of time, where we did some reading, watched some videos about science, and just kind of got to spend a little bit of time together. So it wasn't anything too crazy. And then here's June. So this is the current month. Obviously, this is what I'm working on right now. And I did a coffee theme for June, and coffee has been my life right now. It's like 8 o'clock and I'm drinking a Starbucks. So that has been how the past couple months have been, honestly. I need coffee to get through like every second of the day. So it was just very appropriate for June. So here's my gratitude log, which I need to go back in and fill this out, because there is things that belong over here that I just have not been able to fill in right now. So, but the big ones I've gotten in here so far, finding a house, finding a place to live, which was a big stressor for a really long time. We finally found one to rent, and then spending time with our families before we leave, and then writing. I've been writing a lot, and that's been really relaxing. That's kind of what I've been choosing to do with my downtime when I get things done during the day. So this mood tracker, I actually love. It might be my favorite mood tracker that I've ever done right so far, really. I just drew like a coffee mug, split it into 30 pieces, and I'm filling it in every day. And I've actually, you know, like unlike my gratitude log, I've actually been really good at coming in every day and just filling this out and kind of reflecting on how that day went. And I think it's because it's been such a roller coaster that I'm kind of committed to making sure that this happens, because it's kind of been like a countdown to me. Like once we get over here and we get to 30, like I'll be moved and the roller coaster of my kids leaving and being gone for 12 days and my husband leaving and spending the whole month away from him and packing our whole lives by myself, like that'll all be over once we get here. So I'm just kind of like waiting to get there. And this has really helped me a lot with that, and I think I'll be able to look back at this and remember that this was a really stressful month, but that it got us to the next phase of our lives. So I'm pretty happy with that. This is the June Coffee Rings and Pretty Things Doodle Challenge, and obviously I've been doing a lot better at keeping up with it. It's kind of like a breakfasty theme. There's like a coffee and tea and like breakfast foods, and then like things that you use to make them is kind of what's going on here. So this is my first weekly, and it is the same kind of layout that you've seen. I did change this empty square to a notes section. Honestly, I've been so busy, and the only thing I've had to really do is pack, so most days there's not much going on other than packing. So yeah, this is this week. My kids left for Florida, and my week has just been packing. There you go. This is the current week. This is today. So obviously you can see I've got like absolutely nothing on here because all I'm doing is packing. Like that's all I'm doing. And I had a trip planned to go up to Ottawa, which is not where we're moving, but that's where my husband's staying right now. And I'm actually canceling that trip. So I'm a little sad right now, but I really need the time here to pack. So that's what's happening this week. My kids will be home next Tuesday, the 26th. We've got some last minute appointments for them before we leave, and then we're moving on Saturday, the 30th. So very excited about that. Cannot wait to move. This is my June Instagram log, and I haven't really been keeping up with the log very well, but I've been doing pretty well about posting on Instagram. So you could see that over there if you wanted to head over to my Instagram account. I have it linked below, and that is where I post the Coffee Rings and Pretty Things Doodle Challenge. And then this is July, so I have it penciled out, and I did make some changes, so I'm hoping that it'll work out okay. And I have it up till my first weekly, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. So my theme for this month is the ocean, and it's kind of funny because I was supposed to be at the ocean like right now with my husband and my kids, but we didn't go on the trip obviously because my husband is working his new job and I'm packing for us to move. But the kids are at the ocean, and I can look at pretty ocean things even if I'm not at the ocean. So anyway, I just kind of decided that I wanted a fun ocean summary theme to look at in my bullet journal in July. So I've made this sticker set to use with my bullet journal, and it is available in my Etsy shop, so I'll link it below if you're interested in looking at that. The first page is the like these 4 headers, and the first one is July, the second one says July, this one says gratitude, and this one says trackers. And they're just like these blue swatches that kind of look like the ocean, and then they each have like a little picture by them. There's a dolphin and a drink and a palm tree and a fish. And you can get this page with or without the words. So if you did want to order this, just make sure that you say that you want it with the headers, or that you want them blank. And if you have any questions about that, you can just send me a message and I'll help you. This does come with 4 weeks of daily stickers. And then these 2 sheets are accents. So there's clouds, anchors, bubbles, shells, waves, and then dolphins, a bunch of cute little fish, some drinks, palm trees, and then more waves. So those are what I'm going to be using for as I go through my bullet journal and get it set up. So I'm going to switch you guys over to some music and get started. So we're done. I really like the way the cover page turned out. I kind of wanted to put some clouds up here, so I don't know, maybe after we move and I get all my stuff back, I'll try that, because I really wanted to watercolor this whole page, and that just couldn't happen because everything I used to watercolor is packed. So this is my monthly. Obviously, I had a huge flub situation up here where I am usually a Monday start person, and the month starting on a Sunday just kind of threw me off, and then it just looked much nicer with the Sunday start. So I decided to make this layout, and then the other month, big month that I did, a Sunday start layout, and it was going fine until I got to labeling up here and I messed it up. So then I added this blue washi tape. It's just like a little roll of blue washi tape, and I tried to write on it with my microns, and it just didn't look very well. And then when I was trying to clean it off, I like smudged it real bad. So whatever, you live and learn. But I do like the white on the tape, and that's why I did it again later on. I have my mini calendar for August down here, and then these are all stickers from my sticker set for July. Gratitude page, and I'll just fill that in like I have in the other months, like, you know, with little pictures or whatever. And then I did a different tracker this month. I am having some anxiety attacks, so I'm definitely wanting to track that. And I think I'm going to come up with some sort of like leveling system where, you know, maybe like red, yellow, green or something, where green's a good day, yellow is like minor anxiety or medium level, and red is like really bad anxiety or something like that, and color in each day. These are just like making sure I'm doing like my skincare and that sort of stuff, taking my medicines. This is lesson planning. I need to get hardcore into working on my lesson plans when we get in the new house. So if I work on lesson planning, I'll just highlight it each day that I worked on it. Working on my blog, I have been neglecting it pretty hardcore this month while we've been packing, like everything else. So if I work on my writing something for my blog or work on my blog, I'll highlight it. And then just writing. I minored in creative writing in college, and I just really love writing, so it's something that's important to me, and it typically helps me with my anxiety and stuff when I'm writing, so I definitely want to keep track of that. And then for my mood tracker, I'm going to try something new again this month, and just try writing a word next to each day that kind of describes my mood for that day, and see how I like that. This is my business calendar. I don't think I've really done a business calendar this way before, so we'll see how it works out. I just kind of want to make sure that I'm hitting almost every day kind of on my different platforms. So if I have a blog post, I will just like write that it's going up that day, or that I try to post like 3 Instagram posts a day if I can, so I might write that I posted my 3 posts that day. Or if I have posts scheduled on Facebook, or if I'm going to put up a YouTube video or whatever, this will just kind of help me to look at the calendar and see that I'm kind of covering each day and not just like, you know, focusing on like everything's getting posted on Sunday, but then I'm neglecting the rest of the week or something like that. So that'll help me with that. And I might come in here and put my stats, like my follower stats or whatever, down here at the beginning of the month and then at the end, just kind of to track how progress is going with that. And then I'm pretty happy with my weekly. We'll see how it works out. I wanted to add the meal plan and the groceries part to my weekly. So we'll see how that works out, if it's enough room. I'm not sure. I think I'm actually going to come in and do possibly a monthly like this, where I'm putting in the meal plan, just dinner as well, and I might come up with a master grocery list layout to kind of look at when I'm filling in this as well. So if I do that, I think I will come and show you guys that in a video and just kind of talk about how that's working out for me. This is for regular shopping, so stuff that we need around the house and things like that. I'm expecting to need to do a lot of shopping in the first like month or two that we're in the new place, just to kind of get everything that we need and all of that. And then this will just be notes and any to-dos that don't really fit over here like on a specific day. So that will be that, and then I will do my weather when we get closer to this week. So that is my July setup. Thank you so much for watching and being here, and I promise I will get back into posting more videos than I have been, and I hope that you liked this layout. And again, if you do like these July stickers, you can find those in my Etsy. And if you have any questions about this layout or anything that I used, or just really anything at all, you can leave a comment down below and I will be happy to talk to you about it. Bye!